there, today we're going to do a video on our very first steps to teaching our dog to do the heel cue. I'm going to be going over just what our first or second week will be looking like doing the heel. Heel takes a very long time to teach. It is quite a bit complicated, as well as it's a chained behavior, so there's a lot of different behaviors in the behavior itself that we need to make sure they know before, which means our sit as well as that food lure is going to be really, really important here. I have a smaller dog here, so our food lure, we can either bend down and get real low and get him in there, or we have our option of we can get a stick or a spoon with peanut butter on it, something like that if your dog really likes it. Our other option will be a target stick, so teaching him to follow the stick here, which he does not know, but we can teach that to them. Yes, good job. Teaching him to do it himself and then having them follow that stick down here. Food lure will be a lot better, but having that stick might be easier if you have a bad back or you have any issues with having to pull him, go down like that, especially if you have a pretty small dog. So bringing down like that. So we need to be able to walk kind of like this if we have our smaller dog. If not, then we have our bigger dog up here. That's nice. Yes, good job. So our first step to our heel in our first week or two, maybe even couple weeks, depending on your dog, it's going to be a lot of positioning. So we're working on them finding the heel and also them understanding where that position is. So again, it's a chain behavior. I'm going to use a food lure here to show us the final behavior, which is to place. Good. Heel. Go into the heel. When he comes into the heel, he's in that sit. I walk forward. He can do an outward turn with me or an inward turn like this. When I stop, he sits. I'm only going to reward in that sit a yes here, but the behavior is not over until I release. Break. Good job. And those are the only times that we're going to release, and we're only going to reward in that sit so that we get them out of the habit of them wanting to get the treat and then just running away. I'm also holding this so we have hot dog. You can use hot dog cheese, any soft treat that they can chew through there. I'm going to hold it like this, kind of like a claw, little crab hand or something like that. So then he can be able to nibble it the whole time without actually getting the full piece. He can get a little bit off of there. He's getting rewarded in there. So where we start with this is we either start with a stationary behavior like our place or just a sit down stay, something like that. Get them far away from you. Remember, our final goal is to be able to do all of that and also call them into that heel from in front of us, beside us, behind us. Heel. Oh, good job. And him being able to find that by himself, right? Break. Good job. Good boy. So we start on that place or in a down stay. Not his best thing that he knows. And then just working on, can you stay? Working on finding that heel. So I start facing away, Olaf heel, just lure in. Yes, we're going to mark and reward here and release. Break. Good job. Stay. Heel. Yes. Okay, break. Stay. And then we're going to start turning our body around. So ideally they want to come into a front. I know you know what's happening here. If they start doing that as well and you're still working on your place, hold them a little bit longer. So make them wait there while you're waiting. Stay. Good job. So then we want to start maybe turning around this way. Heel. Yes, good job. Free, or whoa, okay. So our release words, I'm really good at those. Stay. Heel. Yes, good job, good boy. Good boy. And of course he already knows this, but I do want to be using a food lure still with your dog. Place. Stay. And again, change this way. Olaf, heel. Yes, good job. Okay, good job. Until we can get them in front. Stay. Heel. Yes, good job. Okay, good. And be really, really picky with the position that you want. So he's giving a really good one. He's got his paws right at my heel. I don't care if it's like that. They call it the heel so that the two paws are behind your heel. It doesn't really matter too much about that. If we're just doing a street heel for pet purposes, it can be above, it can be behind, but be picky. Don't let their butt be too far if you don't want it. If you want it far, you don't really care, that's fine too. You're just happy that they're walking with you, that's fine as well. But if you want, in these early stages, it's all about that position. Once we're able to find that position, we're gonna start being able to walk in the position and also teaching that auto sit going into it. I don't wanna use a verbal cue for the sit at all. It is only heel that we are using. We only say heel, yes, and release. Those are the only things that we're going to say in the entirety of the heel cue. Stay, wait. So once we get them into position, we're gonna start doing some walking. So I call in, heel. I have my food lure here, so we're in it. I'm gonna still yes and reward. We've done the right thing, we're in the position. Good boy. And we're gonna start doing just a little bit of walking. Just walking forward, stop, sit, yes. And I said sit, but just for you guys, not for this guy. We're doing an about turn and an inward turn. Yes. And again, only mark and reward here. And you can also wait a little bit, yes. Reward for maintaining that position. Yes. Okay, good job. Before releasing. Oh, whoa. Good. Good. Again, out, inward turn, about turn. Yes, good job. Good. Break, or okay, whatever he knows there. And then to get that position a little bit nicer too, again, just walking in that, we're working on our auto sits and the position. You can also work on into that heel position, walking a little bit this way, which might be a little bit hard for them to understand at first. Just get them real close. Walking in is a little bit easier because they kind of sidestep with you. Yes, good job. Break, or okay, good job. So just tiny bits forwards, tiny bits backwards if they can do it, yes. Well, kind of. Tiny bits to the side, yes. And again, yes does not mean the behavior is over. The behavior is over when we release. So come a little closer here. They might find it really hard. They might find it really hard with that back end to get a little bit closer, but you can do it. A little frustrating. Heel. Yes, good boy. But just getting that movement and understanding that they are to be beside your side. You can work on going fast and slow and normal and fast. Yes. Okay, good job, good job. So finding that position, being able to toss them away, throw a treat in front, Olaf, heel. Yes. And you would still be using a food lure at this point because your dog does not know this yet. Keep food lure for a very long time, longer than you actually think you need it, so that they're able to maintain that position. That's our most important part. And that is it for our very first step in the heel position. All we're learning is our understanding of the verbal cue, meaning to find the position, maintaining the position in a variety of environments. If your dog cannot hold that for a long time, they're not as big of a food lure as Olaf here is, then you want to make sure that you are doing really, really short spurts and building up that duration. It might be really easy for some of us to be able to have that heel with the food lure for a long time. It might be really hard, so you might have to build up that duration a little bit for them. Our biggest thing about our first or second week is going to be building that position. It does not matter if they can do it without that lure or if they can do it under that verbal cue. I want you to practice a lot with that lure. See you next week for our next video.